Miriam, and I'm the Closet Quilter. And I am doing a floss tube today. This is my sampler, my anniversary sampler that I made for my husband and myself. And right now I'm stitching the names of our animal children that we've had. We don't have any children, we have animal children. So this one is Ladybird, and then there's going to be Blue Lou. That's our Ladybird was a little yellow canary bird that my husband had. Blue Lou was an English budgie, light blue with gray feathers. It was really nice. And then there's our mini Australian Labradoodle, Zara. I'm putting down here. So I'm going to be stitching the letters. Now, how did I do that? Interesting enough, I used grid paper, and I got the fonts from other samplers. So that's what samplers are good for. If you want to remember your letters, you just stitch out a sampler and you have fonts. Now I have patterns for fonts, so I took this font, which is different than these, obviously. These are monograms. These are just letters. And I'm using 2 threads for the letters that I'm doing. I'm using a combination of the threads I used for the vine here, which are DMC 926 and DMC 3768. So I'm doing some of the letter in one and some in the other. So right now I'm doing the B, and I'm just looking at my chart here. So I'm skipping 1 space between the letters. So one square between the letters, and then I start the B. Okay. Oh, and I'm doing this, by the way, just so you know, I'm doing this in my quilting studio. This is sitting, my frame, my Nurge frame is sitting on my cutie frame, my quilting frame that I have. So that's why you're seeing this so well. And I have my camera set up in here. I have a big studio in here that I do quilting videos. You can check them out on my YouTube channel, which you are on right now. So you'll see all the 100 videos I have. So it's a lot of fun. Keeps me out of trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the line here. And the way it goes is, let's see, I'm looking here. So there. I stitch from the bottom left to the top right. So there's that. And I'm just making sure I have the loop here. There. And then I'll just lift this up a little so I can get to the loop. I use the loop method for stitching the first stitch to lock it in instead of having a knot. That's what I use. Normally though, when I stitch, I'm sitting in my chair with this on a table, just very relaxed, but it's impossible for me to film that way. It's just not going to happen. So I'll do it this way so you all can see. Okay, bring the light over here. There. Now I can see really good. It's so important to have a good light. This one happens to be it's a Shabbos light. Something we use for Shabbat. It's on, and if I want to turn it off, see this? I just do that. It covers it. Because on Shabbat we're not allowed to turn off on and off lights. So that's what I do. Okay, let me look at this B. I take 2 stitches here. And then I'm using a Nurge hoop. It is a 24 millimeter, excuse me. 24 millimeter. Okay, screw that up. Oh well. Let me get the light just right so I can see the holes. The angle of the light really matters. I've been watching a lot of videos. There's not a lot of live stitching, and now I can see why. It's really hard to concentrate. You know? Okay, that's 2. B, and then up. I love stitching. I recently, this is 14 count, by the way. I don't have the piece of paper, but I got this at the Closet, the cross stitch cupboard, which is really fun. 3 stitches up. The cross stitch cupboard is really great if you are in South Florida. Not to be missed. It is truly one of the best places to go. Okay, you can't really see this too well there. Can you see that better? Can you see that? Or maybe the light's in the way. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's much better actually. Certain angles help me see the light better, the holes, you know. That's all there is to it. This is so relaxing, you know. In these stressful times, it's good to have something that relaxes you that's not medication or alcohol or anything like that. Of course, a little alcohol is not a bad thing when you're stitching. No. I don't drink at all, but let's see. I went, where am I? There, and I go over. Okay. Get there. Like I said, I'm constantly adjusting the light so that I can hit those holes dead on. Because you can, like here, you can definitely see I screwed up. But it's progress, not perfection with me. I've made plenty of mistakes on here, and I fix them. Eventually I fix them, okay. But 14 is a very easy count. I recently did 36, if you can believe that. I couldn't believe it. I was so stunned to be able to do linen, and it's no big deal. It's just once you get 14 down, doing linen is not hard. The trick is to have magnification. Okay, this is a B, so then I do this. What I do, this is very interesting. I do on a B, well, after I complete this, I have to go up 3. Now I'll do the Danish method, going up and then down. I'll come down, and then I'll continue and doing complete X's the rest of the way down. Does that make sense? It's kind of like my method of traveling. I'll show you. So I'm just going to do the half stitch on the way up, and then come back down and complete the stitch, and then do complete X's all the way through on that line. Okay, now I can complete these. Oh, wait a minute, is this all the way? No, I have one more. Okay, I want that even. So let's keep it even. This is the line, yeah. Okay. No matter what my pattern says, I have to use my eyes and make sure that I get this right. I'm using a 28 needle, which is the smallest one. I like the way it feels in my hand. I like the way it doesn't make huge holes. Especially when I'm working on linen, I'll forget about it. I could not use the big needles These are tapestry needles, I think. I don't know. Then it said first cross it. Okay, now I've completed that part. Now I'll just do complete X's all the way down. That's just my way of traveling. I use the Danish method to get where I want to go. That's what they call that when you do half stitches going one way and then complete it. I think I like that. I am a brand new cross stitcher, so anything I say is just my opinion. And I watch a lot of videos, so I can't tell you what the proper way to cross stitch is. I'm sure many of you can. You guys have probably been doing this since you were a little kid. I never did this when I was a little kid. I am a songwriter. I was a songwriter, you know, I am a songwriter, but I did that, like sang and played music full time, and I just had no time to do arts and crafts, and so I was practicing and playing and all that stuff. So I didn't have a lot of hobbies until I became a phlebotomist. I come home from work and then I got married and needed to relax. And I found my hobbies. There we go. The bee is done. Ta-da! Now, I used only one thread for that. So that's how I mix it up. As you can see, these are all, you know, mixed up. So that's what I'll do. I'll probably do the eye on the other thread. This one is the darker one, which is 3768. Okay, so I'm going to move this up. Just loosen this, bring it up so I can end it. End my thread, put it through the back. Yeah, couple of threads. I don't usually put it through more than a couple threads. It's really not necessary. And then I will snip. And of course I have my scissors because I'm a quilter. A machine quilter always has scissors. So I've got these really great, well, I can't even read this, Karen Bradley scissors. See? These are awesome embroidery scissors. So, there you go. Ladybird. Getting there. Now I want to bring this down like that. Stick that in there. I'll get my new thread. So, oh look, somebody was here. Hi. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. This is 926. It's on my bobbin. I have little drops that I made, my bobbins. I made those with what's that hole punch thing they have? With a hole puncher, I punched all those holes. So I pulled one strand, I fold it in half. Obviously I'm doing the loop method. Okay, bring the ends up, and that's how I'm going to do it. So I hope you're having a great stitching day, and I'd like to thank you for stopping by. Have a great stitching day.